Alright, today on a Bomber how-to video, we are going to talk about getting in and out of your step-in binding. Obviously you need a boot with a Fin Tec heel assembly in it. That should be obvious, but what isn't obvious to a lot of people is getting out of the binding, believe it or not. Getting in is fairly basic. Well, first you want to make sure there's no snow or ice built up on the heel or on the heel receiver. So brush any snow or ice out on the toe and the heel, and same thing here. If you have a lot of ice built up on your heel, go ahead and hit it on the wing of the receiver. You will not break this, it is very strong. At that point, you toe in, and you need to line your foot up with the receiver, not on top of it, but in between those two wings. Once you have it in between, you give it a good push down, and you're in. Now sometimes on the snow you'll hear that nice click, sometimes you won't. What we recommend is once you're in, take your foot and roll it side to side. What that'll do is if one pin is engaged and the other isn't, either that pin will engage or the boot will roll out of the binding and you'll just do it again. So move your foot back and forth to make sure you're in. You can also visually look down if you really want to and make sure those pins are engaged. Now, to get out is where we actually have people get a little bit confused. They start yanking on this cable like they're starting a lawnmower. There is no need to do that. All right, it is a very, very simple concept. It's 2 steps. So, the first thing you're going to do is keep some weight on the boot, and you're going to pull up on the cable. Step 1. Step 2 is you're going to just step out of the binding. Very easy. Did not take a lot of effort. If you yank on this cable while pulling up on your boot, those pins right there bind in this receiver, and so the harder you pull up, the more they bind. The more they bind, the harder you pull up. You can see the vicious circle there. Pretty soon you're yanking on this like there's no tomorrow, and then you damage the binding. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the boot on and show you. Alright, so now real time. I'm going to put my toe in the toe bale. If there's any ice on my heel, I'll rub it on that wing right there to clear it out, line the binding up, and then push down. Alright, to make sure I'm in, I'm going to roll my foot left and right. If there's any problems, I would find out at this point. So now, to get out, I'm going to do the 2 steps I just talked about. 1, I'm going to keep weight on my binding and pull up on the cable. 1. Step 2 is I'm going to step out of the binding. See how easy that was? Alright, one more time, line it up, step down, pull up, does not take a lot of effort, and step out. There you go. That's how you get in and out of your Fin Tec step-in binding. If you have any other questions, give us a call or an email and we'll help you out. Thank you.